Well, we're back for some more questions to be answered. The last video I did answered some questions. Apparently, I showed some album covers or something. I don't know what happened, but had some interesting responses from everybody. Matter of fact, Jake Duvall even offered me money for the Air Supply album. So apparently, he watched the video during his lunch break from Pep Boys. Anyway, I got some more. I did have some interesting comments on the last video, so hopefully it's not boring or puts you to sleep like some real estate stuff. But anyway, I wanted to run through some more questions. I got to give a shout out to David Harris from Michigan. He sent some more questions, and is he from Michigan? So, anyway, David Harris had some questions that I wanted to touch base on here real quickly. He said, how many, is he from Michigan? Yeah, Michigan. And once again, I don't even know where Michigan is either, so sounds cold and bitter. How many houses on average do you move per year? How many people do you have employed, including virtual assistants, to do that number? We do about 7,000 lease options a year. No, that's not right. I don't know. We probably do about 40, 50, 4 times 10, 40. I would say 50 to 60. Yeah, 50 to 60 lease options a year. How many people do I have employed? Well, I have independent contractors. At one time, I had 7 independent contractors doing different areas. Now it's I think I'm down to 3, just because I'm revamping the way I'm structured, the way leasing to buy works, just kind of bringing it in a little bit. So kind of doing the opposite. I'm not growing and growing. I'm doing the opposite a little bit here, intentionally. So virtual assistants, I've got my VA Gene does labels, the newsletter, that type of stuff. Another one in India that does some postings on various sites. Some different web-based stuff. I've got one that does Excel stuff, database stuff. So I probably have about 4. 2 that I use pretty frequently, and a couple others I use just for odds and ends stuff. So not that many. I don't need that many virtual assistants. I've had a number before do various things, but I just don't need that many. He says. This is again from David. He said you spend 8 hours a week on the business, but you have other projects going on. Is that real estate projects, or you're teaching and such? Actually, a little bit of both. Well, I shouldn't say that. One of them has the big projects that I'm going to work on have nothing to do with real estate. They have to do with business, and I'm really excited about what we're developing, or what I'm working on developing for next year, that has nothing to do with real estate. I've done this for 9 years. Lease options are great. I've done it for 9 years. It's time for me to move on. So this is putting something together, from a business sense, that I think is going to be just phenomenal. I'm really excited about. Will not be real estate related. That's why I'm shrinking down the leasing to buy as far as the reps and everything. Just it's time for me to structure that and set it up so I can move on. As far as the teaching, I am working on projects for the teaching that we're working on over the next few months. It involves totally revamping the back end of leasing to buy and developing the right platform for a web-based training system. But again, as usual, I'm going to keep the numbers very small, and I'll talk about that in about a month or 2, probably about 2 months, I guess, when it's ready to launch. But the numbers will be very small. It'll be a very intimate web-based class setting, if that makes sense. So I'll keep you all posted about that. And then he's talking about wanting to come to the next class. Which I've got. It's amazing. Whenever we do a 4-day class, within a week, I get a lot of emails from people saying, "Oh, saving up for the next class, or we're looking forward to the next class, and this and that. Yeah, so there won't be there will not be another 4-day live training event. It's just it's too much on me from a time aspect. From a financial aspect, it's very expensive to put on the way we do. So I won't do another 4-day training event. Again, I'm working on a web-based system that will be very, very high-end, and will be, I think, unlike anything else out there for what all I'm going to offer. But again, I'll talk about that. So there won't be another 4-day event. Plus, with the 4-day event, we got to bring Michael out from Michael Carbonare from Naked Investor. We got to bring him out from Florida, and it's just gotten to the point where he just can't get through security with his colostomy bag. So, you know, we can't bring him out anymore. He can't fly, he can't travel, and so we're just not going to do the 4-day event anymore. But again, I'll keep everybody posted on that. Anyway, so on that, on that note, obviously, if you have questions, keep them coming via email or text, via rumor, however you want to get them to me. But also, a few weeks ago, I emailed, or in the newsletter, about if you all had taken classes before, courses, what you liked, what you didn't like, what was great, what sucked. Let me know, because I'm really formatting the next level of training based around everything that that the students want, that the attendees want, so I can make sure to try to package everything up that they want. So putting that together. So definitely give me feedback on if you've taken courses before, what sucked, what you liked, what you didn't like. That's dogs underneath me here. 2 big old labs underneath me. That's the great thing about working out of the house is you sit down at the computer, try to work, and the dogs crawl under the desk. Anyway, I put peanut butter on my inner thigh one time, and now suddenly the dogs just love being under my desk. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, keep the questions coming. And again, give me feedback on previous courses you've taken, and so I can really develop this properly. And I'll let everybody know here in about a month or two once this is ready to launch. But it'll be a very small, intimate class, so I'll keep everybody posted. All right, thanks a lot.